You will feel imposter syndrome. Of course you will. With any new skill, you're leaving your comfort zone. And when you leave your comfort zone, you feel uncomfortable. You feel like an imposter. So of course you're going to feel imposter syndrome your first time making a video, your first time going on stage and speaking in front of people. Whatever it is that you want to do, of course you'll feel imposter syndrome. You've never done it before. But you don't fake it till you make it. No, you practice it until you become it. Because the fact that you feel uncomfortable doing this is actually a good thing because it means it's outside of your comfort zone. And that's where the growth is, right? It's outside of your comfort zone. So if you want to really develop a skill, you have to feel uncomfortable. You have to feel like an imposter. So like, don't just fake it till you make it. You're not faking it. You're just practicing it until you become it, right? Like the first time you went driving, you weren't like faking it. You weren't like, oh wow, like I'm driving a car now, I'm totally faking this. No, it was your first time doing it. But the more you did it, the more comfortable you got behind the wheel. And then you became more confident. Because the more you do something that's uncomfortable, the better you feel, the more comfortable you feel. So like, of course you felt like an imposter the first time you were driving. You're like, oh no, I don't know how to drive. Yeah, of course you did. That's part of the process. So you have to have this fundamental belief that you can do things, but you just have to practice them. It just takes time to develop skills. Like if you want to be a content creator, you have to have this fundamental belief that you can do it, but you have to make a ton of videos to get good speaking on camera, to script better, to project your voice better. Like there's so many skills that you have to develop to be a content creator, but you develop those skills by practicing, by actually practicing it until you become it, not faking it till you make it. Like, I feel like people misunderstand this whole fake it till you make it phrase because you're just practicing. That's why people can fake it till they make it, is like doing the thing gets you the result. Like if you want to be a painter, if you want to paint something like this, which I didn't paint them in like a hotel. If you want to paint something like my great painting here, then you have to practice painting, right? Because you can get better and better with each time you practice. Because you can learn these skills, and like I'm not naturally a good painter, but if I put in like 10,000 hours of painting, then by the end of it, I'd be pretty good. You know what I mean? Like even though I'm not naturally good at it. So just have this idea that like no matter what your natural level of talent is, you need to practice in order to become it. And if you have that fundamental belief, then it kind of opens up a bunch of skills and a bunch of things that you want to do because you're just like, oh no, I just need to put the work in. Maybe it'll take longer for me than someone who's a natural painter to actually make something like this. But even though it'll take longer, that doesn't mean I can't do it. I just have to be able to sit through the hours that it would take to get better at the skill. So like, don't have this idea that you can't do things just because you feel like an imposter when you do them. You're leaving your comfort zone. You should feel like an imposter. And this is how I felt when I was posting videos, when I do stand-up comedy, when I was going to the gym for the first time. There's so many things that I felt uncomfortable doing because it's just the first time that I was doing it. And I wish I had this mindset my whole life. It took me some time to like develop this mindset, but just have this belief that you can do pretty much anything if you just put your mind to it and put in like a ton of work. Like we underestimate the amount of work that it takes, but we also underestimate the fact that we can do it. Like it takes 10,000 hours to be an expert in something, right? So a lot of times we get this, like, it's called the Dunning-Kruger effect. When you do something a little bit and then you think you can be an expert and then you do it more and then you're like, oh wait, this is harder than I thought. So a lot of people with content creation, they get this effect where like they post one video, maybe they make one video and then they're like, oh, this isn't that bad. And then they start to make more videos and they don't get that many views and they're like, oh wow, actually this is harder than I thought. It's like when you know a little bit about something, but you haven't really done it yet, you tend to think that you're like an expert in it. But the way to actually become an expert in something is by practicing it so consistently that you're like, it's automatic. Like for me now, making videos, like I just know that I'm going to make videos every week. And I've been posting every day. I'm not going to post every day forever. But for now, I've posted for like over 90 days in a row. I lost count. I have to count back. I think I'm close to 100. But anyway, it's like 94 or something like that. But the reason that I've been able to do this so consistently is just because now it's like kind of a habit of mine. I've practiced it so much that now it's part of my life. I practiced it until I became it. And even though I don't have a ton of subscribers, it's like I'm still consistently doing this because it's important to me. So I keep practicing. And like the same thing should be for you in whatever skill it is you want to learn. If you want to be a content creator, you just make a ton of videos and then you're like, okay, wow, this is like part of my life now. And of course, yeah, it feels uncomfortable. You're leaving your comfort zone. When you leave your comfort zone, you feel uncomfortable. But even though it won't be easy, it will be worth it. Life's not easy, but it's worth it. Take care.